You go, Rob. Have a go with the stick. I'm going to tie my shoes. This is my girlfriend's dad, Rob. And this is Rob's 100th Parkrun. For those of you who don't know what parkrun is, it's a free-to-enter weekly 5k run that takes place at over 2,000 locations worldwide every Saturday. Anyone can take part, and parkrun is one of, if not the most inclusive and welcoming running event going. There are tons of videos explaining parkrun on YouTube, so give those a look if you're interested in learning more. Most of the events are in the UK, but more and more are popping up all over the place. One of the cool things about parkrun is that for every milestone run that you do, you earn the right to purchase a t-shirt corresponding with that number. Rob's no amateur runner, he's been running for years, and he's done 99 parkruns up until now. Along with the prestigious 100 Parkrun t-shirt that Rob was after, one other goal had eluded him so far this year, and that was a sub 30 minute parkrun. Rob's run plenty of sub 30 minute 5Ks in his life, but this year he hadn't managed to do that at parkrun. So, with Sarah's mum Beverly and Rob visiting to help us paper a wall while we provided moral support, I'd agreed to document Rob's 100th parkrun, whilst trying my best to pace him for his time goal. I drove us out to Keswick on a misty Saturday morning. Rob reflected on previous visits to this beautiful part of the Lake District, and we were kitted out and ready to run. All that was left to do was the hard part, Keswick Parkrun. Thanks to bad weather, a few of the other local parkruns have been cancelled. That meant that 279 people had turned up to Keswick Parkrun that morning. This made for a busy start. But a few seconds after 9 AM, we thanked the marshals and set off to get Robbie's shirt. Rob started in high spirits.
This is easy!
As we joined almost 300 other runners down the beautiful footpath surrounded by woodland, that is the start of the Keswick Parkrun. Not long after crossing the first of several bridges, a dog walker kindly led us past as the dog looked terrified at the hundreds of runners coming in its direction. Pretty soon we reached the Bobbin Mill Railway Tunnel. It wasn't until here that the crowd started to thin and the footsteps of a parkrun echoed throughout. As soon as we exited the tunnel, I was reminded of why, for me, this is one of the most beautiful parkruns in the country. Just as we were starting to take in the views though, it was time for the fast runners to come back our way. Among them was a friend of ours, Scott, closely followed by what might be the worst high five I've seen at a parkrun.
Well done, Rob!
Just after the halfway point we turned around. Rob was looking good, as was Sarah, who passed us not far behind. The best thing about Keswick Parkrun being an out and back course is that you get to see those brilliant views twice. From what I could tell, it wasn't until now, when we were approaching the tunnel again, that Rob really started to tire. He knew he was on for a decent time, but it would take some real work to get close to that 30-minute goal he'd set himself.
Smash it, Rob. Yeah.
The tunnel was tough. As we headed out, we could see one of the Parkrun 100 t-shirts ahead. As we neared the crest of the last hill though, and just as Rob started to slow to a pace that would take the sub-30 out of reach, he picked up again and began to stride into the hill. The momentum from the hill was just what Rob needed. He maintained his stride and we started to overtake people. One chap reminded us that we were around 500 metres from the finish, while Rob knuckled down and I tried to give my own words of encouragement.
200, I'll go up and get our finish, yeah? That's it.
I ran ahead as quickly as I could to try and catch Rob, finishing his 100th parkrun. In under 30 minutes.